Hello.
Hello. So when I was a kid, I went to a private Catholic school. Everybody has to take the same classes. The only extra thing we had to take was, we didn't have to take it, what we took was religion class.
Oh, religion.
So we studied...
Catholic?
Of course, yeah, in the Bible. But we also studied other religions, just so we knew about them, like Muslim. Or Japanese, I forget what it's called, Hindu. Anyway, so I did a report when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, so I was probably, what age? 12, 13, on Shinto, that's what it was, which is Japanese religion.
Cool.
Anyway, so, but everybody has to take, to be a certified school, they have to have the same kind of math, English, social studies, that kind of thing. I did also take French class.
Oh, sweet.
But I don't remember anything.
Cool.
From what I took.
So that school gave you a lot of knowledges.
Yeah, that was grade school, and then Catholic high school also. So grade school goes from kindergarten, so let's say 5 years old, up to 8th grade, which is 14, up to 14 years old. Then we go from that to high school, and high school goes from 15 to 18. Or I guess it's 14 to 18. Anyway, 4 years of school, and then we go to college, university.
What is your college?
I went to University of Tennessee.
What they specific?
Well, it's a university, so universities have multiple colleges. So they have the College of Engineering, they have the College of Business, they have the College of Medicine, they have the College of Law, the College of Fine Arts, which includes things like sociology, psychology, blah, 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 stuff like that. So
what is yours?
I started off in engineering, aerospace engineering.
Aerospace? Wow.
Yeah, so I wanted to originally build planes, and I wanted to be a pilot, and I wanted to be in the Air Force, and I wanted to fly the space shuttle and go to outer space.
I think all boys dream about space, about maybe like police or what?
Police, firemen, yeah. So anyway, but that was me, and so I was trying to get it done, but after about 3 years in it, I realized it probably wasn't for me, so I switched to the College of Business, which was bad in terms of credits, because I was a junior, so I had 1.5 years or so left of school. But when I switched, almost none of my credits transferred over, so I was like a freshman all over again, like first year.
And that's why you still pay for your university?
Yeah, because I ended up going to school, getting my master's degree, my MBA, for 9 years. And I paid.
You studied 9 years? And you still pay for whole your life?
No, I owed I don't know, $40,000-$50,000 of debt, and then I owe like $8,000 left. So $8,000 you have to pay still. Wow. Anyway, so I went there that was another 4 years for that degree. So I got a degree in logistics and transportation. Tennessee's really good in that particular degree. They're rated in the top 3 every year in the country. So really good school for that. And then I went and got my MBA, Master's in Business Administration in Marketing Finance. So that was 2 more years. So 3 years in aerospace, 4 years in logistics and transportation to get my Bachelor of Science. Then after that, 2 years to get my Master's in business.
Sweet.
So 9 years.
9 years.
I had a good education. My grade school and high school was really good. My Catholic education was really good. I had a job there for a little over 4 years, 4.5 years. I was the vice president of one of their businesses, and
it was like with factory, it's what specific of the business?
Yeah, I did their aftermarket parts and services, and
It's dust.
Yeah,
Dust.
they were in dust collection. They
That's
call
what
it.
it is,
That's
yeah.
so industrial air filtration or dust collection.
Dust collection.
So anything to do with the manufacturing plant where you could create dust or use dust. Dust can be a explosive, and it can be bad for people to breathe.
Yeah.
So we have to take it out of the air and then make sure it doesn't explode. So things like that.
It's kind of cool job.
Yeah. And good for the environment, right? So and stuff. So we had been there for a little over 4.5 years. I grew the business.
We traveled to Costa Rica.
Yeah, improved the profitability. Now we got some fun trips out of it, like you said, Costa Rica.
Да, это был подарок для всех.
Sweden.
Да.
You got to go over there.
Точно, еще была поездка в Швецию благодаря этой работе. Прикольно.
And then we got a new president. He reorganized some stuff, and then they let me go. So
Да, просто тупо выгнали за один день.
yeah, walked me out one day. So they give me 6 months pay and stuff, but then I've got another job. And well, they called me up and said, well, the job violates your non-compete agreement. And I'm
Такое
like,
соглашение, которое не имеет права работать на конкурентов в такой же отрасли.
I'm like, what non-compete? I said, no, it doesn't because of this, this, and this. I gave a bunch of reasons.
Да.
And then they end up, and I said, I don't think we have an issue, but call me back and we can talk about it. So I get no phone call from them. Then like 2 weeks later, all of a sudden I get an email at 7 o'clock at night. I'm at a restaurant I'm working at the new company, one of my employees who works for me. And that I have to be in court the next morning at 9 o'clock.
Да, просто тупо за его спиной подали в суд. Обалдеть.
So
Нормально, да?
I had to call up the attorney that had taken a look at my non-compete and said I have nothing to worry about. And they had to file something by that morning and show up to court. And anyway, so they were able to do that, were able to get it done, and then I won that case, or that court date, but that was just an emergency court date. The next thing they had was a regular one. That was another 2 or 3 weeks later, and I lost that one somehow because
They probably have friends, like,
Yeah,
это какая-то прям взятку дали.
almost
или
for
что.
sure because
Нереально просто.
the attorney for the company I used to work for, they were like one of the biggest law firms in the city of Charlotte. So almost for sure they know the judge and maybe have some kind of relationship.
Это коррупция.
Okay, so I end up we go to court the second time, and this judge says that because I somehow knew that they didn't want me to go to another company, that I still was in violation of this agreement that wasn't supposed to be even existing, because they didn't put it in the documentation when they let me go, which means it shouldn't exist. And then on top of that, in the U.S. law, you're supposed to pay somebody if you don't want them to work. Well, the non-compete was for a year. They paid me for 6 months. So if they didn't want me to work for a year, they should have paid me the additional 6 months. It also said I could take a different job with a competitor. This was a completely different job. It was chief operating officer, which was completely different.
Are they in there?
It was vice president of...
Yeah, it even sounds different.
Yeah, it's a completely different role and job. So, and the judge said that, well, all senior roles are the same. Well, no, they're not, and the job titles are completely different. But anyway, so I lost that job, and it was a great job. Really great money, pretty decent city to move to, and everything else. And then since that time, it's really kind of messed me up trying to find another job, because now people think something's wrong with me because I had a job for 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's really made it difficult to find a job, because now I'm in consulting now for 2 years, and people kind of think that if you're in consulting, you're, kind of out of the real world of, you know, having to perform and things like that. So it just creates challenges to getting another real job back again.
So why you think they do it with you? You have problems with this guy, with this vice president, boss?
I knew a lot about the company, and I had set up several things they viewed as were strategic, and I think they were worried that I would somehow use that to hurt them at the other company. So I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, because I didn't do anything specifically to anybody there. So
For sure.
I don't know.
It's like they ruin all your career.
Yeah.
And you can't say anything bad about them because it also can be.
Yeah, well, I can now.
You
but,
can?
Mhm.
Oh, so tell. Motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, I don't know what there is to tell anymore. I mean, you know, it's I can't do anything personally to them.
Yeah, I remember you said something, and Thomas or somebody tell you, "Oh, I know you talk about me, and we will sue you for this cussing word."
Yes, right.
Can you explain? Can you tell that story?
I don't remember what I did. Supposedly, they said that I said something to somebody
About Thomas.
about Thomas, yeah, who was the
Boss.
president, who was my boss, and the guy who was making all these decisions. And I don't recall saying anything to anybody specifically, but even if I did, it's all hearsay. But he said if I didn't accept, they were supposed to pay my health insurance for January, February, March. And they said if I didn't accept them not paying it through those couple of months, because they didn't want to pay it anymore, that they would take me to court and try to get all of the 6 months money paid back that they had paid me.
They want money back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
They like jump on you.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. So. Anyway, so I had to agree to that, even though I didn't freaking do anything wrong. But.
Yeah. So do you believe in the American law after this?
Well, no. I mean, it's all screwed up. It's become a corrupt system about who do you know. There's, I mean, really, it's unbelievable the shit that's happening right now.
I know. Yeah. I see how everything changed. Maybe you moved to Ukraine.
Maybe if I could find work and make good money, I would do it.
How do you imagine this? How you survive? You don't have any friends, no family, no English.
I can make friends and I can learn language, and there's a decent amount of English speakers there. You know,
So you're not afraid?
No.
No. That's awesome. Maybe it's possible.
Yeah, and the hardest thing is because I don't have great Russian skills. So if I had good Russian speaking skills and reading skills and writing skills, probably a Western company, you know, American or European, might wish to put me there and pay me good money, or vice versa, a Ukrainian company, so I could talk with all of their people in Russian, but then work with Western companies in English to sell their products and get them. Maybe they would be interested too, but I need to have much better Russian speaking and writing skills than I have for that.
Цветы с прошлого фотосета. Джон сразу начал ревновать.
Some lunchtime?
Lunchtime, yes.
What do you have?
I have tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Traditional American lunch.
Very much, especially cold weather.
Yeah, it's like a winter style.
Yes, very much.
Okay, cool. How do you do your
Well, everybody kind of does it their own way, but most people like to dip some of the grilled cheese in the tomato soup and eat it together.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like borscht?
I love borscht.
Why?
Oh no, it tastes awesome. I love the flavor of it. I love to eat it with salo and some sour cream. Очень вкусно.
Delicious.
Да, very delicious.
Yeah. Do you remember when you tried first time? It was in, I think it was Granite restaurant or Свеча.
No, Сначала, I think. But
Maybe.
then we had granite later. Oh, I like granite better.
And yeah, when Джон путешествовал в Одессе довольно часто. How many times in a year do you visit Odessa? 2 times? 1 time?
3. It used to be 3.
Класс. И все время он ел борщ. Он ходил в рестораны и кушал борщи. What else you like?
I love Greek salad, but the first time I had a Greek salad that I like was in Odessa. And it was, because all the Greek salad here is like
Just
lettuce.
Lettuce. Do you remember we went to Greek festival?
Mm-hmm.
It was a shame.
It was crappy salad just like that. It wasn't this kind.
Это была одна помидора черри на весь салат. So one cherry and lettuce and what?
Like one
Croutons.
cucumber. And
No, there is no cucumber.
there might have been some cheese. But it wasn't like Odessa, which is fresh bell peppers, no salad, no lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes.
And this is feta. Should be
Yes, it
feta
should be
cheese.
feta cheese,
Big
yes.
pieces.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a shame.
But unless we make it at home,
Which we always do.
which we always do, because I love it.
A Greek salad is just the vegetables and very healthy. It's
Very healthy.
pretty easy, да, Сашенька?
That's why I love it.
А ты, Сашенька, что любишь в Одессе?
Я обожаю эти очень мягенькие бублики.
Бублики. И сырки ты любишь.
Да, мороженое.
All right. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for asking me all the great questions, Olya.